What's up guys, ownedbytamater here, and today I'm bringing you a game I got recently of League of Legends for my Mix It Up Mondays where I feature different games other than Call of Duty. This is episode 1, so it's the very first time I'm featuring one, of course, but in the weeks to come I'm going to be featuring games like League of Legends. I don't know, I might try out other RPGs, other real-time strategies, other shooters, anything new and current or big. I'm planning on checking out, trying out, and experimenting with. You'll get a a newer view on the game, other than some expert that's just like you're supposed to do this, and it's not understandable because I mean they've been playing a while and they know exactly what they're doing, when they're doing it, and how they're doing it, but you're kind of clueless, especially if you're new to the game. And that's what I'm kind of aiming this series at least until I find a couple other games that I'm gonna, expertise in other than Call of Duty. This game is a real-time strategy, very similar to StarCraft 2, except for on StarCraft 2 you control an entire army, and this one you just control one main character that they call champions. And the cool thing about this game is that there's a huge long list of champions that you can choose from, and you can either buy points to unlock them, earn points to unlock them, or they rotate the champion, the free-to-play champion rotation each week. So, I mean, if you don't have a set character that you like, you can play a couple of weeks at a time and then try out, they have a pretty good selection. You can try out a whole bunch of different champions and see what your style is. And not very long into the game, I found out that Dr. Mundo, he's a melee. He's not quite a tank, but he dishes out massive damage, and I figured that's kind of my style. And he has a range attack to grab him from far range, but that's getting a little more into it without explaining the very basics. Once you choose your champion, you can choose 2 spells that are called summoner spells, and you unlock more as you level up, but they're very basic. Right now I'm using one called Ghost and one called Smite. Smite deals damage to non-player characters or non-champions, and Ghost lets me run like 27% quicker, which either helps me get away from multiple enemies or catch up to an enemy that's trying to run away from my attacks. So whenever you spawn, you can buy items. And I didn't mention this, but this whole game is fast forward about 300% because games usually take 25 to 30 minutes on 3v3s and 30 to 45 minutes on 5v5s. So they are lengthy games, but I don't know, they're fun games. It doesn't get dull or boring. The only slow part is at the very beginning, where you have to wait maybe 5 minutes after your queue pops, and then you're waiting for everyone to load the game, and then you got to wait about a minute for minions to spawn. And each team gets a certain amount of minions, and they spawn every 30 to 45 seconds, or maybe more than that. I'm not exactly sure on the time, but they keep respawning as you play, and they automatically run down the lanes and just keep running until they see someone that is on the other team, whether it be a champion or a minion. And the main goal is each team has turrets on both sides of their spawn. The main goal is to push down one of the lanes, or both, and break down the enemy's turrets, and then essentially get inside and destroy their main base. And you'll find that as you destroy 2 turrets on either side of the enemy's side of their spawn or their base, you come up to this thing called an inhibitor. And the inhibitor, whenever you destroy it, it doesn't attack back like a turret does. The turrets you have to be very wary of, because if you get too close to them and you don't have a minion or anything in front of you to take the blow, it will kill you very fast. So you have to watch out for that and play a little passive sometimes, which for a COD player that likes to rush, that's kind of hard for me to grasp. And it's also hard for Tater, which is on my team, and you'll see me tag teaming with him quite a bit in this game. It's kind of hard for me and him to grasp because whenever we see someone low, we really want to just chase after him and finish him off, get that final kill. But in this game, sometimes it's not to your advantage to chase after somebody that much. If you chase after them, be conscious of where you're running to, because either they could have a teammate hiding in the grass waiting to gank you, or jump out and attack you, or they're running you into a turret. And whenever you're newly beginning this game, it's kind of hard to realize how close you're getting to a turret and how close the turret is to attack you. But as you keep playing, you will learn, and it's a little bit easier to know when to back off and when to push and when you can push in and all that kind of stuff. All this stuff that I'm pretty much covering is covered a little bit in the tutorial. There is a very basic tutorial whenever you first download the game and load it up. It tells you how to move, how to attack, how to use your skills, and basically it just tells you to play behind your minions. That's true in most cases, but sometimes you want to run out, get that enemy kill, and then run back and help your minions kill the other minions. Something I haven't touched on yet, whenever you do spawn into a new game, each time you spawn in, your level resets to level 1, and as you play, you progress, and the max level you can reach is level 18. And this creates a kind of, I don't know, strategic, tactical gameplay, because you got to balance pushing in and attacking the enemy with, I don't know, destroying. If you kill an enemy, you get experience. If you kill anything, really, you get experience. So you have to be able to push in well, and you don't want to be at your home base too much, because then you're missing out on precious experience. Or you don't want to be dead too often, because one, they call that feeding. If a champion kills you, they say that you're feeding the champion, and basically you're giving them a huge XP boost, which gives them a greater advantage in levels, which makes them a lot harder to kill in the long run. If they get 2 to 3 levels ahead of you, and that means they're bulking up on items, because also whenever they kill you, they get a bonus gold, like amount, like 300 gold. However many kill streak you're on, it kind of affects how much gold they get for killing you. Whenever they're 2 to 3 levels ahead of you, and they have a whole bunch of items built up on you, and they have a couple levels built up on you. Right now I have levels, or I might have a couple of levels built up on the enemies, but I also have items built up on the enemies. I have a whole bunch of items that help my character regain health, and the main point of Dr. Mundo is whenever you use your skills, you drain a little bit of your health. And so you have to balance high health regeneration, and speed. You have to balance all that stuff. I mean, if you don't stack health too much, then you'll find it much harder to stay out in the battlefield very long. Excuse me. You'll find it very hard to stay out in the battlefield very long and actually pick up kills and levels, because you'll have to keep teleporting home to your home base to heal. And that's something I also didn't touch on. Whenever you're low in health, you can hit the B key, default B key, and it's an 8-second teleport cast, and it teleports you back to your summoner's base. And when you're at your summoner's base, it heals you incredibly fast, and it heals your mana if you're on a caster character. And on this one, I don't have anything to have to worry about besides my health, because that's where I get the energy needed for my moves, is my health. And essentially every single one of my moves drains my health a little bit. But in the higher levels, whenever you have items and levels built up on the characters, you're gonna have a much higher, 1, health pool, and 2, if you have mana, you're gonna have a higher mana pool, so you can stay out in the field longer then. And for me, I have a huge health pool, and my skill that they call I think they call it the final skill. I don't ultimate skill. I'm not sure what they call it. It's the last skill that you can unlock. You know, whenever you first spawn at level 1, as you gain a level, you get 1 skill point, and each level after that, you still get 1 skill point, and you can distribute them throughout your skills. But once you reach level 6, 11, and 16, I believe, you can put a skill point in your final skill, and that's basically an ultimate skill that's the best for your character, and it usually has a pretty lengthy cooldown that makes you want to use it strategically. But mine's only about 50-second cooldown, and whenever I use it, it regains about 70% of my health from whenever I used it. So it makes it really, really easy for me to just, whenever I get low on health, just kind of toy around with minions and gain HP while I'm waiting for that Q to pop. And then once it pops, I just pop it, and then I use it, and then I'm back to full health, and I can go charging champions again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is as I said, it's a very basic introduction League of Legends video. If you like this, let me know. I can do more advanced, in-depth League of Legends videos because as I'm playing, I'm getting more and more knowledgeable. I've only been playing about 5 days now, so it's nothing too advanced, but I am learning. I'm learning all the tactics that you need and everything. Remember to comment and rate and subscribe this. Also, if you have any games that you would like me to check out and feature on my Mix It Up Mondays, let me know, and I'll take all games into consideration. Thank you very much, guys. Later.